If I woke tomorrow with a brush for a tail, a body the size of a handful of heat, and teeth that keep the forest's clocks wound, the world wouldn't just look different, it would tick. Meaning would live in rinds and rings, in the weight of a seed, in the angle of a twig against wind. I would be a squirrel, and time would arrive in small, crunchy parcels you can hold with both hands and turn into spring. Dawn is a shy inventor. It drafts first in the birch bark, silver sketched over grey, then patents itself in the last star's dismissal. I feel it in whiskers, in the temperature between the underbelly of leaves and the backs, in the small humidity that says mushrooms got promoted in the night. I taste it on bark where sap rose and cooled, a thin candy no one else notices. The air writes a quiet syllabus: hawk probability, dog schedule, acorn inventory, wind direction. And I, valedictorian of the trees, hum along the margins. My world has flaws: root, understory, middle branch, crown, sky. Elevators are trunks textured with helpful advice. Escalators are diagonals where limb meets limb, and a perfect gap is not so much measured as believed in. I run the first lap of light along my roots. Yes, roots. Don't let the chaos fool you. My feet can learn a map, and my spine can recite it. To everyone else, it looks like a zigzag drama. To me, it is geometry, performed at speed. Leap is not chance. Leap is a contract with bark and air. I sign 100 of them before breakfast. Breakfast is not a time, it is a search image. Walnut, acorn, beechmast, samara, cone. The grocery list flares like constellations across my vision. I test each, a shake for density, a nibble for weevil gossip, a sniff for tannin truth. I stash more than I eat, because winter is a long paragraph, and I refuse to run out of commas. Caching is my spreadsheet, my kingdom of little laters. I bury with intention and misdirection. 2 scoops here, 3 there, 1 theatrical scoop. Empty, performed while the J pretends not to stare. Deception is a kind of generosity toward my future self. I carry seasons in my cheeks. I carry entire springtimes under leaves. I carry in my 4-chambered memory a cartography of tomorrow, the hollow under the stone where the ground stays cool, the split root that points north, exact shade of the maple that hides my best vault. People think I forget where I put things. Sometimes I do. I call it philanthropy for oaks. Forests built on oops are still forests, and my errors grow good shade. Language, for me, is tail and foot, a flag of orange-brown that says, mine, a whip that means hawk, a helicopter of tiny circles that shouts, cat, below, keep your hubris. I stamp once for opinion, twice for neighborhood watch, thrice for panic with flair. I chitter in syllables that taste of bark and impatience. Other squirrels talk back. Birds add footnotes. The whole canopy is a chat room moderated by wind. Hawk is algebra, and the solution is angle. Fox is a rumor with legs. Dog is a siren that forgets to turn corners. Cat is the argument you never finish. Silent, thorough, domestic as a shadow. I treat every open patch like a thesis defense. I arrange my points tree, bush, fence, tree, and then argue with speed. If the sky coughs, just once, in that particular feathered accent, the forest drops into italics. We freeze. Even my heart learns to hold its breath. I have never met dignity that wasn't also survival. I keep my house in the air. A dray looks like a bad haircut with excellent insulation, leaves stitched by twig and intention, the doorway turned away from rain's opinions. There is a second door for arguments, admit it. Inside is nest and history, And a small library of might need later, a pine cone that still whispers resin, a mushroom slice drying on a stick like a yellow moon, a feather I've decided is lucky. Winter reads heavy, I pad the margins. Trees are professors and swing sets. Oak teaches patience, tannins as homework, time as tutor. Beech gives smooth lectures and small, sweet grades. Pine is a cathedral with sticky kneelers. Maple is a sugar machine, generous to thieves. Poplar is a drum you can run. I audit them all each morning. Any new cracks, any soft bark, any beetle petitions. A healthy tree hums. A sick tree asks for quiet. I listen with claws. Mushrooms are pocket miracles and sometimes traps. I nibble, never gorge. I prefer the ones that smell like rain remembering. If I find a bracket fungus the color of old coins, I slice it into suns and set them on branches to dry. Winter likes a garnish. Also, it looks like I am decorating, and the wren approves. We maintain a mutual admiration society. I don't raid her eggs. She alerts me to snakes. People build tall forests without leaves. They call them neighborhoods. I understand their edges and treat cars like fast, stupid rivers. Clear jumps over chimneys, laundry lines, the long black roof of a used sedan warm to lizard temperature. I raid bird feeders with the professionalism of a locksmith and leave thank you notes in seed hulls. Sometimes a child presses her face to the glass and whispers as if I were a star. I pause, hands on the feeder, tail describing cursive in the air. It is good to be a lesson about eyes. My teeth grow like rumors. I keep them editorial with hickory bark and the occasional honest miscalculation. Apologies to a grandmother's porch rail. It tasted like stories. Chewing is not pastime. It is maintenance for the tool set that keeps the forest orphans fed. A cracked hell is a solved riddle. I wear solutions in the crumbs on my chin. At day's end, the sky leans toward copper, and the crows clock out of their editorial meeting. I line up my last diagonals. Fence, birch, gutter, maple, home. I put my hands under my chin and comb the day out of my tail with my teeth. The dray settles. The wind forgets my name. If you ask me what it all means, I would blink and taste the air and let the canopy answer with clean arithmetic. Life is a network of branches we teach each other to trust. Hunger is a rhythm you can plan for. Love is the warmth we trade tail to tail when the weather is louder than we are. Tomorrow will need speed and angle. I'm saving both.